don't like this. As my life has progressed, I've realised, and as Hans said, I come to learn, hey, we don't even need meat. In the early 20s, I was a freezing worker. Mostly I just learned to switch off and not get too emotionally involved. There were moments when I saw things that got through to me, that disturbed me, but I was usually able to sort of, again, push it to the back of my mind and get on with the job. You have to. When you're in that sort of work, you have to just switch off. And I had mutton pies for lunch. You desensitise yourself and you don't think. You start to see the animals as objects, not living beings. But I did see some horrible things. I went down a couple of times into the sticking pens where they come through the wall, electric shock, have their throats slit. And I saw a few botched killings. I saw sheep who had been stunned, got up again and had to be put through the whole process all again. And I know, although I didn't see it personally, there must be some who regained consciousness while their throats were slit. It must have happened. I saw cows that in the beef slaughterhouse that did not have clean deaths. Overall, most of the workers were not malicious. They just saw it as this is what we have to do. There were one or two who were nasty and didn't really care about the animals, and they were deliberately abusive, but not many people like that. After I became vegan, I started looking through Facebook stuff on the net about veganism. I stumbled on a thing called, it was an anonymous memoir of a battery caged chicken, and that was the first time that I fully understood how bad it is. And I was outraged and I wanted to do something, and I came up with this crazy idea about putting myself in a cage for a month to draw people's attention to the issue, but also symbolically make them think, what would it be like to be in a cage for my whole life and never see the rest of the world, be bored to tears and physical pain most of my life. And I wanted to get people thinking about that. And I didn't know how to do it, but when the NAWAC code review came along, I realised this is the time to do this, get other people engaged in telling the government we don't want this. The one thing that a light went on in my head when I was doing the cage vigil, it wasn't the physical suffering, because I was only there for 1 month, and it wasn't that hard as I thought it would be physically. But what really struck me was the sameness of every day. No variety of scenery. One day I had to get out of my cage to empty my buckets actually, but nobody had come to help me and my buckets were full. But I got out and I went around the back of the tent that was over my cage. I went around the back and it was just, I felt really awesome seeing a different lot of scenery.
Wow. And
it was such a simple thing, and I realised, my God, every animal of any species craves novelty, variety, stimulation. And in those cages, they do not get any of that. Same hellish day after day after day, and that really resonated with me. The best thing young people can do is become informed. Find out the truth about where your food comes from, how it gets to you. And realise that there is a story behind every product. Somebody made that, it came from something, whether it's plants or animals. Find out the truth, and there's only one conclusion you can come to. Either this is right and works, or this is wrong and doesn't work. If it's wrong, avoid it, boycott it.